Hi, I'm Doug Lang with my Expressive Language Therapy project. Now, this is basically an extension of the observation I did where a 15-year-old boy tried to improve his speech by relating something that happened in his life. The SLP asked him to relate a hard decision he had to make. In this case, either going to a party that he had been invited to, or going skateboarding with his friends. Now, he really didn't want to go to this party, but he ended up going and having a good time. Now, the SLP asked him to elaborate and add information by asking him questions. You know, what was the party like? Who attended it? And so forth. She also repeated what he said. Like, he would say, "I had a good time," and she said, "Oh, you had a good time, huh?" And then he would be inspired to add more details and really carry on the gist of a conversation. Now, I want to elaborate on that by having my client in this therapy project talk without all that questioning and prodding. I want to see if my client can carry on a conversation just by talking about something in his life. Now, I'm going to time this. We'll start out with 30 seconds and then maybe go on to 45 seconds and then forget about the timing and just have the words, the speech flow naturally from the client. So, with the help of my assistant, who you might remember from my last video, Ryan, he's going to talk for 30 seconds about his baseball team, and then for a longer period of time, maybe 45 seconds, about tonight's game. Now, you can time with different items. For instance, an ordinary kitchen timer, a wristwatch with a second hand, or even one of those hourglass things from, any board game. But I'm going to use a standard alarm clock, and I'm going to put that out of the scene so it's not a distraction. I'll be able to look at both Ryan and the clock so I can time him without him being conscious of the time element. So Ryan, why don't you talk for about 30 seconds about your baseball team?
Our team is the Diablos, and we're really good, I guess. And I have a lot of friends on my team. And I play shortstop, pitcher, to third base. And that's really it, I guess.
What's your favorite position?
I like shortstop.
Okay. Well, you talked for about 30 seconds. You gave us a general introduction about your team and the positions you played. I did have to prompt Ryan at one point, but that's natural with an SLP working with a client in this situation. It's not going to be a natural flow the first time, but that's something we're going to work up to. Now, Ryan's going to talk for maybe about 45 seconds about tonight's game. Go ahead, Ryan.
We're playing a tough team, I guess you can say. And I think I'm playing third base in the game tonight. And it's an early game, I guess, because we don't have to play at 7:30 again. And
was that tonight's game?
Yeah. And
what was the score? What happened? Did you get any hits?
Yeah, I got 3 hits, and we won.
Did you make any plays in the field?
Yeah, I got about 2 catches and about 3 grounders.
Okay, as you see, the second time around, Ryan spoke for a little while longer, and again I had to prompt him, but again, this is something that we're going to work up to where he can speak for a length of time without having to be prodded or interrupted or asked questions. This is actually a good therapy project for, say, a teenager, 15-year-old boy like the boy I did the observation with. Ryan's a little younger here at 12, but you could modify this for a younger age group, say second, third graders, even a little younger. They could do kind of a variation on pass the potato, where you could have them pass a ball or a stuffed animal, and you could say, you know, Johnny, what did you do this weekend? Oh, I went to the movies and I played with my friends. And then Johnny would pass it on to the next person. They would tell about their weekend and so on. It would be the same concept, except the increments of time would be a little shorter. So thank you, and that's my expressive therapy project.